thought I'd share sunrise with you. It's 5:20 and I'm laying awake, so I thought I'd get up. I shall probably go back later. Pussycat is... What? What? She's locked out overnight, not because we don't want her in. What? I was sitting at my desk a couple of days ago and a cat came wandering in and wandered past and wandered and started to head upstairs. I realised it wasn't Jazz. It was another cat. I think it's the cat that bit her tail. So I made it quite obvious to him that he wasn't welcome in the house. Terrified him, I hope, enough. And we decided that we would close her cat flap, which is a door that opens to the outside, because I just don't want another cat coming in. When she came in later, she was sort of quite wary. She could smell that another cat had been in, and even now she's sort of checking her territory indoors when she comes in. So at the moment she's having her treats and her normal ritual at night, and then she's going out. But she goes to the door anyway to be let out. It's what she does. So that's what she did last night. So she's just come howling at me to be let in. How about you? Mark managed to deal with the wisteria at the end of the house that was engulfing the downpipe. He was out there about an hour and a half, I think, in the heat and on a ladder, and it wasn't good for him. But it needed to be done, because if he doesn't do it, then it's going to be months before it can be done. And so I'm pleased he managed to do it. I think he's pleased he wasn't pleased at the time, but I think he's pleased that he managed to do it. I did quite a bit yesterday as well, and had to sit down a couple of times to recover before carrying on. Sort of pushing myself at the moment beyond my normal limits, but I don't really have a choice. And but I'm recovering, so it's not. Whereas years ago, when I was more ill, if I went over my spoon limit, that was it. There was no recovery. It was like, well, you've done it now, and that's it for the day. It's not like that now, and I know I'm awake early, and I shall go back to bed, I'm sure. But I feel recovered. I got a bit more to do today, which I'll do. I've got my rheumatology appointment tomorrow. I need to work out what I'm going to say to her. I write to her. I use DeepL, and I write her a synopsis of what's going on with me. And I say to her, I'm using a translator. I say to her, I don't think she realises that she rattles onto me as if I can, my French is as good as the translator. And of course it isn't. And I sort of think, I don't speak French very well. But I need to talk to her. She wants me to come down off the steroids. I want to come down off the steroids, but this is not the time, sadly. I'm doing 95% of the chores around the house now, and we'll be caring for Mark when he comes out of hospital for however long that takes. The pause is me yawning. You can't see me yawning, but it's me yawning. So I've got a lot on my plate, and coming down off the steroids under those circumstances is not ideal. Well, it's not ideal. It's not a good plan at all. So I need to say that to her. I'm disappointed. I was in some ways looking forward to beginning to come back down again, because I hate this moon phase and this, the fat, the fat deposits that you get under your arms and across your back on steroids. I really hate it. But at the moment, I'm just going to have to suck it up, because I need them to enable me to carry on doing what I'm doing now, and stepping up a bit more when Mark comes home from hospital. So, yeah, I've got to explain that to her. And I know she'll be fine. I'm sort of a mind to try and come down by 1 milligram just to see how I do. But I don't want to rock the boat. I don't know whether there's a translation for rock the boat in French. It'd be good if there were an equivalent in French. It would make it easier. There are still bats. I can see bats flying around still. I've just seen one go through this apple tree this apple tree. But it's not light enough out here, I don't think, for you to see. So, I'm going to make myself a coffee. Might leave you here a bit longer. That was really when I got up, because I was up higher, upstairs, that was quite red over there. It doesn't look like it's coming through on the phone. I might leave you here, I might pause you, just in case it gets more beautiful. Or I might leave you listening to the birds. Although I've spoken for 7 minutes already. There. I hope you enjoyed sunrise with me.